Good morning, students. Today we are discussing one new topic, dual nature of radiation and matter. These already PU videos completed, that already links we sent. Now, integrated manner, we are discussing about this dual nature of radiation and matter. In introduction, already we know that first model of atom proposed by first atomic modern atomic theory will proposed by John Dalton. In which year they proposed? In 1803. Modern atomic theory was proposed by John Dalton. Okay, what is in this theory key point? That is, atoms are indivisible. Atoms are indivisible. That is the key point of this theory. After that, 1869. In 1869, Julius Flucker and his student Hittorf, these two members are proposed that gases can conduct the electricity. Gases can conduct the electricity through them. Okay. After that, in 1870, William Crookes did some experiments about discharge electricity through gases, discharge of electricity through gases, which led the discovery of cathode rays. After that, most important, that is J.J. Thomson's. In 1897, J.J. Thomson measured the ratio of electric charge to mass of electron. That is also be called as a specific charge of electron. How much he measured? 1.76 into 10 power 11 coulomb per kg. This will invented by J.J. Thomson. With a small evacuated discharge tube, he done some experiments. What is that? Okay, for that, in this, he take one evacuated discharge tube. In it, first he want to be supply some cathode rays to that. This cathode rays are passes and it reached the anode. From cathode, the rays will pass and it reached to the anode between a very high potential difference. Okay, very high potential difference it will apply. Then only this cathode ray will move. While it is moving at that time, what the J.J. Thomson did, you know, first they will apply here electric field between these two plates. In this evacuated discharge tube, between these two plates, he applied one electric field. Then what he observed, while you are applied the electric field, then the cathode ray will deviate, okay, like this, and touch here. While it is deviate like that, at that time, due to applied the electric field or due to applied electric field between two plates, then force of electric field, what he can discuss with us, that is E. Similarly, he removed this electric field here and now applied magnetic fields. If he applied the magnetic field, then what he observed? Then the cathode ray will comes here, and when your magnetic field is applied, at that time it must be moved perpendicular to that field like this. What the electric field, what the deviation, for that it will be moved as a perpendicular. Then the force of magnetic field, due to magnetic field, okay, due to magnetic field, then the force will act Fm equal to, in magnetic field how we can write? We can write as a BQV. Okay, but here it is a cathode rays, that means electron, so BeV we will write it. Okay, so now they removed magnetic field also. First they will apply here across these two plates, electric field, then force will be as E. It is equation number 1. Now if we applied, remove the electric field and applied the magnetic field, then that Fm equal to BeV. Now both cross field if they are applied. Cross field means both electric and magnetic field at a time. Both will at a time. At a time here if they will applied, then what he observed, without deviation, this cathode ray will touch here. It will give a little bit spark upon the fluorescent screen. Okay, this screen is called fluorescent screen. Where the ray will touch there, a little spark they will observe. Irrespective of that only they can understand. If only electric field applied, it will touch here. If only magnetic field is applied, then it will touch perpendicular to that. Now both fields applied cross means perpendicular to each other. Then here electric field and across this perpendicularly magnetic field. Both at a time if they will applied, then without deviation it will touch here. That means these two forces are equal. That means Fe equal to Fm. So what is Fe? We will write as E equals to BeV. From that E get cancelled. From that velocity V equal to what you can write? E by V. E by V. Now here if you applied a high potential, then only that will move. So high potential means what you can write? So we will treat it as it is V, that is irrespective of high potential applied, then cathode ray will move from cathode to anode. Clear? So while it is moving, which energy it will gain? It will gain as a kinetic energy. Say yes or no? So what is the kinetic energy equation? It is nothing but half mv square. So irrespective of this high potential only it will happen. Then V equal to what we can write, half mv square. Already here velocity we measured. What it is? E by B. Then V equal to potential here V into E electron, that is equals to half into m into, instead of V what we can write? E by B. So E square by B square I will write, because of here square is there. Clear? Irrespective of this one. Now E by m. This m will take this side and this potential will take this side, then E square by 2B square potential. This is the specific charge of electron. Okay, that will represent with E by m. E means charge of electron. Okay, and m is nothing but mass of electron. With respect to this experiment, they will identify specific charge of electron, that is 1.76 into 10 power 11 coulomb per kg. Okay, this is the specific charge of electron. He did remind that one. In this one, while he is measuring the specific charge of electron 1.76 into 10 power minus 11. For that, he got a Nobel Prize. When it will got? 1906. In 1906 year, J.J. Thomson got Nobel Prize to determine the E by m value or specific charge of electron. Okay, suppose if they will apply, both fields will be cross. Electric field and magnetic field both are applied between these two plates. Okay. Then only without deviation, the cathode ray will touch the screen. Already we discussed it. Suppose only magnetic field will applied. Only magnetic field is applied. Then what happens? When only magnetic field is applied, then cathode ray will bend. Already we discussed it. Okay. If only electric field, even the bend. If only magnetic field is applied, then also it will bend. Okay. That bend and it forms a circular path. It forms a circular path. So the circular path of radius, if you want to be measured, then centripetal force, that is equals to arc in a circle. So centripetal force is equals to force of magnet. That is okay, force of magnetic field. That is VEV equal to centripetal force, that is mv square by r. From that V will get cancelled. from that E by M, specific charge of electron, E by M equals to V by Br. In sometimes they will give here velocity and magnetic field and radius of the circular path they will mention. At that time in the numericals we will apply this one. Suppose already we derived what is a V? V is nothing but E by B. Already we discussed here. So if you substitute here instead of this E by B, then what you can get? Capital E by R B square. Clear? Capital E by M equal to capital E by R B square R. Because of E is nothing but E by B. On which it will be depends. What the independent characters or dependent characters here they will discuss. E by M of the electron is independent. First one, nature of electrodes. It must be independent upon nature of electrodes. It does not depend upon independent. Independent means not independent. Okay. Nature of gas in the discharge tube. What the gas we are used, that's why we will take evacuated. Okay. So nature of gas in the discharge tube, that is also be independent character, and potential applied between the electrodes. Okay, this potential will be utilized to increase the kinetic energy only. Okay, so potential difference applied between the electrodes. So E by M value independent of these three. Okay, now upon which it will variant with mass. For that, here I am discussing one more point, very most important. When the electron moves with very high speed, when electron is moved with very high speed compared to light velocity. Already we know what is the light velocity, 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Say sir. Now, when the electron is moves with very high speed compared to light velocity, then specific charge will be decreased. Specific charge of electron will be decreased. Why it will be decreased? E by M. E means a charge. Is the charge is variant? No. Charge is doesn't vary. Already we discussed it. Okay. So charge is invariant, but mass is variant. That's why it will change. Okay. See here. In 1901, first Nobel Prize in Physics. Who got that? Röntgen. For the discovery of X-rays. Okay. After that, in 1906, J.J. Thomson will got the Nobel Prize for specific charge of electron. Okay, to measure the E by M ratio value. In 1921, Albert Einstein got Nobel Prize for the explanation of photoelectric effect, which is most important in this chapter. Okay, so Einstein gives a photoelectric effect for us. After that, in 1922, Niels Bohr will got Nobel Prize for structure of atom, invisible of or investigation of structure of atom. After that, in 1923, Robert Millikan got Nobel Prize for both photoelectric effect and elementary charge of electricity to discover that. Okay. In 1927, Compton will got the Nobel Prize for Compton effect. Okay. These are all one by one Nobel Prize who got that we are discussing. Next one is similarly, so many number of scientists will got the Nobel Prizes, and that data already we learned. Now we are discussing about main important topic, that is electron emission. Already we know, if you have a metal surface, upon the metal surface there must be have some free electrons, but it does not come out from the metal surface. Why? Because of the total metal surface have positive charge. This positive charge helps to pull back the electron into the metal. Okay, if it want to be come out from the metal surface, it required a sufficient energy. That points only here I am discussing with you. Once you see that points, important points, metals have free electrons, okay, that are responsible for their conductivity. However, the free electrons cannot normally escape out from the metal surface. Okay, if an electron attempts to come out of metal, the metal surface have positive charge, and that positive charge pulls the electron back to the metal. Thus, the free electrons held inside the metal surface by the attractive force of ions. If it want to become out from the metal surface, then which it required a minimum sufficient energy is required to overcome the pull of attractive force. Then only the electron must be escape from the metal surface. So here we are discussing that the minimum sufficient energy required to pull out the electron from the metal surface, that is called work function. The minimum energy required, that minimum energy is called work function. Okay. So here, the certain minimum amount of energy is required if you give to the metal surface, then the electrons will receive that energy and it will pushed out from the attractive pull. It must be come out from the metal surface. So, the which minimum amount of energy required, that is only called work function. Here we give one definition. The minimum energy required by an electron to escape from the metal surface is known as work function. This work function was denoted with omega naught or W naught. Okay, and it is measured in electron volts. It measured in electron volts. Can you define one electron volt? Already we learned in previous work power energy in that lesson special units we measured. Okay, even though once again we will learn that. 1 eV. Define 1 eV. What you can define? The energy gained by an electron when it has been accelerated by a potential difference of 1 volt. By a potential difference of 1 volt. The energy gained by an electron when it has been accelerated by a potential difference of 1 volt. By a potential difference of 1 volt. It is called 1 electron volt. So 1 electron volt, 1 eV equal to 1.062 into 10 power minus 19 joule. Okay, 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 joule, or simply 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joule. Sometimes we will write like that. Okay. On which factors the work function will depend? Are you know? There are properties of metal. On which factors it will depend? Properties of metal. The properties of metal it will be depends, and second one is the nature of its surface. Second one is the nature of its surface. So work function will depends on properties of metal and the nature of its surface. Okay. Now up to now what we are discussed. Upon that we will solve some numericals here. See here, while we are solving the numericals, before that, one small concept, that is work function. For that work function, which it have maximum, that means which metal it have maximum and which metal it have minimum. These are all points they will ask in KSET and NEET levels. Okay, the points here I am giving. The work function of the platinum, for the platinum is very highest. That is approximate 5.65 electron volt. How much it is? 5.65 electron volt. And the work function of cesium is very lowest value. How much it is? It is nothing but 2.14 electron volt. So work function which is highest? Platinum. Which is lowest? It is cesium. That is 2.14 electron volt. Highest will be 5.65 electron volt. Okay. Now, in this electron emission concept, These electron emissions are mainly three types. That are, first one is thermoionic emission. Thermo means nothing but heat. So if you be supply a suitable heat to the metal surface, if you supply a suitable heat to the metal surface, then what you can observe? You can observe very simply. Heat is nothing but a form of energy. So that energy received by the metal surface. So irrespective of that energy, it can, that means electrons can excited and they can come out from the metal surface. They can come out from the metal surface. Clear? That only here they give. Thermoionic emission. By suitable heating, the sufficient thermal energy can be imparted to the free electrons to enable them to come out from the metal surface, come out of the metal surface. Okay, simply to learn easily, if suitable heat will be given to the metal surface, it is nothing but form of energy. So that energy will received by the electrons, then the electrons in excited state, and it must be overcome the positive pull. Okay, then after the electrons will come out from the metal surface. Okay, you can learn like that. Second one is, second type of electron emission is field emission. What is meant by field? Nothing but electric field. If you be applied very strong electric fields to the metal surface, then irrespective of that metal electric fields, strong electric fields, that metal surface will receive that energy, and that energy received by the electrons, and they are in excited and they can come out from the metal surface in the form of spark. Okay, that only here they give. By applying very strong electric field, how much? That much strong we want to be applied, approximate 10 power 8 volt per meter. That much strong electric field if you be applied. If you be applied 10 power 8 volt per meter, that much strong electric fields if you be applied, then the electrons can be pulled out from the metal surface, pulled out of the metal. Why they will pull out? Electric field is nothing but it is also in the form of energy. Very strong electric field means strong electric field is applied to that, then it must be pulled out from the metal surface. The electrons must be pulled out from the metal surface. Okay. While it is coming, or it will be come out from the metal surface, and it must be as in spark, like a spark plug. Okay. Third one is photoelectric emission. What we are learning about this lesson, that is photo. What is meant by photo? Photo is nothing but light. Photo is nothing but light. So if you be supply with a suitable light, if you be supply a suitable light to the metal surface, if you be supply a suitable light or a suitable frequency of light to the metal surface, then what you can observe? You can observe that light will receive the metal surface. Light is nothing but so many theories already we learned about that theories. One is a corpuscular theory, second one is a wave theory, third one is electromagnetic wave theory, and fourth one is Einstein's quantum theory. Like that, so many we will learn. Okay, in this now to explain these all, light is a form of energy. Simply, light is energy form. Clear? That energy receives by the metal surface. So that energy receives by the electrons, then they can overcome the positive surface, positive potential of the surface, then they can come out from the metal surface. The electrons can come out from the metal surface. That only we are learning. What is that? See here, photoelectric emission, most important. Okay, when light of suitable frequency illuminates a metal surface, electrons are emitted from the metal. Electrons are emitted from the metal surface. These light or photo generates electrons. These electrons are called, one more name, photoelectrons. These electrons are called photoelectrons. Okay. While light will be placed upon metal surface, then irrespective to receive the energy of that light, the electrons will come out. The electrons will come out from the metal surface. Okay. Which electrons are come out from the metal surface? Which electrons are come out from the metal surface? These electrons are called photoelectrons. These electrons are called photoelectrons. Clear? These are all about electron emission. Then after we will learn the photoelectric effect. Before photoelectric effect we will solve which are already asked in numericals. Okay? A small numericals we will discuss here. See here, one numerical they are giving. This concept already we are discussing, that J.J. Thomson's discharged evacuated tube. Evacuated means if gas is filled or not, no problem. Okay? If evacuated means no gas in it. Or if you fill any gas, don't bother about it. Okay? Now this discharged evacuated glass tube contains, okay, anode and cathode. In between we are applying very high potentials. We must be applied very high potential at low pressures. That low pressures gives, okay, some dark bands, Crookes dark bands, okay, or Crookes dark region, like that it will give. Clear? So low pressure and high potentials. Whenever high potential is applied between anode and cathode, then one cathode ray will passed from one place to another place, just like this one. Yesterday already I showed one diagram like this. Okay, here we have two metal plates are arranged. Then after here one fluorescent screen are arranged. Here we apply here one cathode and here one were anode. While if you be apply very high potential to it, if we will apply a high potential to it between these two, anode and cathode, okay, then what you can observe, yesterday what we discussed is the same concept here in that numerical they asked. Clear na? That cathode and anode. Now you apply the high potential between that two, then one cathode ray will pass like this. Now alone one electric field is applied to these two plates. What happens? First they will apply one magnetic field. That magnetic field gives a small positiveness. Okay. So positive, they will give repel each other. So like that only. Okay. It must be deviate and a circular path. It forms a circular path. Previous already we learned like this. Okay. This is the force of magnetic field. So force of magnetic field Fm equal to what you can write? Cathode means it is nothing but electron. So BeV we wrote. It is equation number 1. Now if we apply electric field, cathode rays means nothing but electron. Yes or no? Now it is perpendicular to this deviation for this one. So now remove here magnetic field and apply electric field. Then due to electric force Fe equal to what you can write? EQ or EE. Because of here cathode is nothing but it behaves like a electrons. Okay, negatively charged. So I will write like this. So if you be apply one magnetic field, the force of magnetic field will comes like this. If you be apply electric field separately, then it will comes EE. Now both, if you be applied cross fields means perpendicular to each other, then what happens? Then these two forces are equal. That means 1 equals to 2. Okay, is only mag field. To understand easily I wrote here. Okay, only magnetic field. Now only electric field. Only electric field is applied. Now both fields are applied as in cross, perpendicular to each other. Then these two forces will be equal. Then it must be without deviation. here the electron will gives a little bit spark without deviation. Okay, this fluorescent screen gives a little bit sparkness. Okay, first here it will give, next here it will give, and here. This is Fm and this is Fe. Okay, here Fm equals to Fe condition. Then only you can understand easily. Okay. Now both forces are equal. Then one you can write Fm equal to Fe. That is BB is equals to capital E into E. Now electron both are getting cancelled. Then B equal to what you can write E by B. This is equation number 3. Now if we apply high potential, what happens? Irrespective of this high potential, what happens? Then the cathode ray will move from cathode to anode. Clear? So it is moving by applying of high potential. Then high potential means irrespective of VQ, work done. Okay? So VE, I will write here. V into E. V is applied high potential, what we have applied here, that is. Okay? So V equal to, then cathode ray will move. Move means it is nothing but kinetic energy. So it must be in the form of half mv square. So V equal to half mv square. From that you want to measure E by m value. So E by m equals to what you can write? M you will take this side, then V square by 2 into capital V. This is the velocity, don't get confused. Okay, velocity of electron, this is a potential. High potential. Okay, this is a high potential. Don't get confused. That's why I show that formula here. E by m equals to V square by 2V. Now already we measured. Velocity what we measured here? E by V. So substitute there. E by m equal to E square by 2 into B square into capital V. This is the specific charge of electron. This yesterday already we explained the same concept asked in numerical. Okay, one of the neat question it is. Here one more to numericals which are asked what we are discussing about the theory. In that concept only here they are asking the previous bits. Here, in which of the following emission of electrons does not takes place? Previous already we discussed. Electron emissions of how many times? So 3 times we discussed. What are that? Thermoionic emission, that means heat if you be supplied to the metal surface, then that heat energy will received by the electrons and they will come out from the metal surface, overcome that positive and positive surface, potential surface of the positive potential of the surface. Okay, it will be overcome and they will come out from the metal surface. Which they are coming out from the metal surface? Electrons will come out from the metal surface. These electrons are called photoelectrons. Okay, if light will pass like that. Okay, now here heat is supplied. Okay na? So heat energy received by the electrons, then they are called thermoions. Then they are called thermoions. That related bit here only. Thermoions are, which they are? When supplies the heat, then which they will come? Electrons will eject from the metal surface. Electrons eject from the metal surface. Clear? That electrons are called thermoelectrons. Okay. So which are they will come out? Electrons. So in this concept, what is the bit answer? It is a B. Are you understand? Very simple. So first emission is thermoionic emission. Thermoionic emission means if heat is supplied to the metal surface, then that energy, heat energy received by the surface, then in that surface what the free electrons, they are also be receive the heat energy and they will overcome the positive potential surface and they will come out, eject out from the metal surface, That electrons are called thermoions. Okay, that is a thermoionic emission. Second one is field emission. Here they give X-ray emission. Where it will be X-ray emission? Inner orbits of atoms it will be, not from the metal surface. Okay, where the X-rays will, where it will emission, or you know, if energy is supplied to the electrons inner orbit of atoms, okay, then only they will excited and that X-rays will come out. Okay, it is not electron emission. It is not related to. It is not related to electron emission. This is only. This is not related to electron emission. Here does not takes place. Does not takes place means answer is this one. Already about these two also we will learn. Second, third one is the photoelectric emission. Photoelectric means the light will supplied with a certain suitable frequency. If suitable frequency of light will fall onto the metal surface, then light is nothing but form of energy. Says or no, packet of energies. Einstein's quantum theory, that one only. So that energy received by the electrons and they will eject from the metal surface. Okay. That electrons are called photoelectrons. If light will gives photoelectrons. If heat will supplied, then they are called thermoions. Okay. Clear? Now, secondary emission. If strong fields applied, then due to that strong electric fields, the electrons will come out or eject from the metal surface. Clear? So these three are belongs to electron ejection. Okay, so related to that answer is does not takes place. Does not takes place means X-rays. Thermoions are nothing but electrons. Okay, these are all answers. Clear? Remaining we will discuss in the next video.